What if the sun went dark for 7 days? 7 days. Zero sunlight. Total darkness. What happens to us? The answer is terrifying. Imagine this. You wake up in the morning and the world is still dark. Not early morning dark. Not cloudy weather dark. A darkness so heavy that even the horizon has disappeared. And then the news breaks. The sun has gone dark and it will not return for 7 days. What happens next will change everything you know about the planet and about yourself. For 1 week, Earth enters a global crisis that scientists never prepared for, governments cannot control, and humanity may not survive. But the real danger isn't what you think. It's not freezing. It's not plants dying. It's something far more unexpected, something already happening in the shadows by the end of day one. Let's explore what would really happen if the sun went dark for just 7 days. Chapter 1. Day 1. Confusion. At first, people think it's an eclipse. Social media explodes with theories. A solar blackout, a space glitch, a cosmic event. But within hours, scientists confirm the truth. No sunlight is reaching Earth at all. Temperatures begin dropping immediately. Not dramatic at first, just a slow, steady fall. Cities feel like winter mornings. Solar panels shut down. Birds become strangely silent. People turn on every light they own, but nothing feels bright enough. And then comes the first unexpected problem. Human panic. Supermarkets flood with crowds, not because food is gone, but because darkness triggers something ancient in us. A fear older than civilization itself. Chapter 2, Day 2. Humanity changes. By the second day, physical temperature isn't the issue yet. It's the psychological cold. Hospitals begin reporting spikes in anxiety, insomnia, and hallucinations. You see, the human brain needs sunlight to regulate time, mood, and even hormones. Without sunlight, your sleep cycle collapses. Melatonin floods your system. Your body feels constantly tired. Your mind becomes restless. People begin losing track of time. For the first time in modern history, humanity doesn't know what day means. Chapter 3, Day 3. Nature starts to break. Plants stop photosynthesizing almost instantly. It's not critical yet. Plants can survive short darkness. But agriculture begins to panic. By day 3, crops stop growing. Some weaker plant species begin wilting. Insects become disoriented. Many animals stay. Ocean, however, becomes the first real victim. Phytoplankton, tiny organisms that produce 50% of Earth's oxygen, shut down. If the sun stays dark long enough, humanity risks an oxygen crisis. 7 days won't kill oxygen levels, but the warning signs appear frighteningly fast. Chapter 4, Day 4. The world freezes. On day 4, temperatures drop drastically. Average global temperature, down by 5 to 10 degrees Celsius. In some regions, lakes start freezing. Pipes burst. Power grids fail from overuse. Millions of homes lose heat. People gather in groups for warmth. Stadiums, malls, underground shelters. Strangers suddenly depend on strangers. But something else happens. An emotional shift. Humans begin reconnecting. Neighbors check on each other. Families talk more. For the first time in a long time, people look up at the sky and realize how fragile life is. Darkness becomes a teacher. Chapter 5, Day 5. The global fight to stay alive. Governments launch emergency protocols. Backup energy sources activate. Countries share power across borders. Scientists work around the clock to predict when or if the sun will return. Meanwhile, the world becomes eerily quiet. Less travel, less noise, less human movement. Chapter 4, Day 4. The world freezes. On day 4, temperatures drop drastically. Average global temperature, down by 5 to 10 degrees Celsius. In some regions, lakes start freezing. Pipes burst. Power grids fail from overuse. Millions of homes lose heat. People gather in groups for warmth. Stadiums, malls, underground shelters. Strangers suddenly depend on. But something else happens. An emotional shift. Humans begin reconnecting. Neighbors check on each other. Families talk more. For the first time in a long time, people look up at the sky and realize how fragile life is. Darkness becomes a teacher. Chapter 5, Day 5. Animals migrate blindly. Wolves move closer to towns. Sea creatures drift toward warmer waters. Nature becomes unpredictable. And here's the twist. Crime does not rise. It actually drops. People stay indoors, closer to family, closer to safety. The darkness reshapes humanity's priorities. Chapter 6, Day 6, The Emotional Breaking Point. This is the day people begin losing hope. The darkness feels endless, like a permanent night. Some people experience darkness depression, a real psychological state where your brain stops expecting light. But in that despair, something incredible happens. Across the world, people light up. Millions of candles, lanterns, fires, glow sticks, homemade lamps. Entire cities glow with human-made constellations. People gather outside, not to see the sun, but to remind each other that they are still here. For the first time in history, humanity creates its own sunrise. Chapter 7, Day 7, The Return of Light. And then, after 7 long days, a faint blue hue appears on the horizon. At first, people don't believe it. They think it's a trick, a reflection, another false alarm. But slowly, softly, the light spreads. Birds begin singing again. Animals emerge. Ice starts melting. People everywhere step outside to witness it. When the sun finally breaks through the darkness, the world erupts. Cheers, tears, laughter, people hugging strangers like long-lost family. Humans realize something they always knew, but always forgot. We survive because the sun shines, but we live because we shine for each other. Closing message. A week without the sun wouldn't end humanity, but it would expose how deeply we need light, not just in the sky, but in our hearts, our relationships, and our sense of hope. And maybe, just maybe, it reminds us not to take the warmth in our lives for granted. Because in the moment we finally rediscover the sun, we also rediscover ourselves.